Selling is one of the greatest acts of service there is. Because if you think about this, genuinely think about this, all of the products and services in your life that have drastically improved the quality of your life. And for some reason, when we put it in our category and it's about us and we're asking for money, all of a sudden it's weird.
In today's highlight episode, it is all about life insurance. We're going to be sharing a budget strategy with you, and we're also going to be talking about the importance of how to have conversations, life insurance specifically, to where you don't have to feel sleazy, salesy, awkward, and you can actually feel proud about what you do every single day, and you can be more confident in the conversations you're having with customers every single day that actually convert. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the show.
We are talking to people and we are asking them questions. That's our main job when we are in these sales conversations, is not to sell anything. It's to ask questions, to uncover, ooh, this is a problem. This is going to be an area of risk. And it is my job to bridge that gap. I think a key mistake that we make that makes us always feel salesy is when we make it about ourselves. When we make it about our goals, our wants, our needs, and how we like to be sold to, how we like to be talked to, how we like we make it about ourselves. And one of the first things that all of us should know in sales is rapport and mirroring. Talking to people how they understand.
Yep.
Your tone changes. The words you use, like start paying it, like really every conversation should be almost like a science experiment. You're an investigator. You're trying to hear what they're saying, the words that they're choosing, but also the tone and the emotion that are behind them.
That's right.
And that's why I love all of your questions, but especially tell me more about that, because we give our auto responses so many times. Our auto responses, hey, how are you? Good, great. I'm fine. Things are good. If you're Midwestern, living the dream, right? These are our auto responses. Do you need any help? Nope, I'm good. Like all of us have our candid responses. What we're trying to do is get down through those and go, no, tell me what's important to you. So that's a conversation.
Yep.
And that really pulls that sleazy, salesy, pushy, into a different, deeper conversation of tell me why this would be important to you. What would happen if you didn't have this in place? The tone shifts,
That's right.
the pace, the cadence of the conversation.
That's right.
So I think that's a key mistake, is that you're not mirroring your customer. You're throwing things at them instead of listening and going, oh, when they said this word or when they said this, I heard a ball in their throat. Like something's happening here.
You're making it about you, period.
Don't make it about you. Make it all about them.
Oh man, if I don't get this sold, I'm not going to hit my goal. Yeah. Well, that's not how you should be
Desperate
thinking.
energy never closes a deal.
Okay, the next thing that's on my mind is, and I find this a lot with everything in insurance sales, just sales in general, is when you're making it about the money. When you make it about the money, right, you're going to come across as salesy. Because when you make it about the money, you're not asking the questions that I've already covered. You're not educating. You're not solving any problems. You're just hoping that the price is right so that they say yes, right? So if all the conversation is focused around is money, you're not solving problems, you're not educating, you're not empowering, you're really not helping anyone. Money is a myth, right? Now, you've heard me say this before, and if you haven't, if you're new to the buzz, 90% of people say they're willing to pay more for value. Insurance is no different. 9 out of 10 people say they're willing to pay more for something. Think about that for a second. But if you make it about price, the customer is going to make it about price. You're not solving any problems, and saving money is not why you do what you do. You make sure your job, in my opinion, my belief, your job is to make sure that someone has the right plan on their worst days so they are not financially devastated. Nowhere in that plan is your job to save them money. When somebody's house burns down, they're never complaining about how expensive their insurance was. When somebody totals out their car, no one's ever asking you, hey, why did my rate go up by $20? When someone passes away, a widow never comes in and says, I think we were overpaying for that life insurance plan. Don't make it about the money. If you make it about the money, you are going to feel salesy, period.
Mm-hmm. The last one I have is your mindset. Mindset about sales.
Okay.
So I heard this quote, Dan Fleischman, and he does a lot in the sales space. But if you have a product or a service that you genuinely believe solves a problem, you are selfish if you do not sell it. You are selfish. And when I heard that, it completely shifted how I thought about sales. Because for me, selling, and I hear this a lot of like, I'm not great at sales and I don't want to be pushing. I don't want to be. Selling is one of the greatest acts of service there is. Because if you think about this, genuinely think about this, all of the products and services in your life that have drastically improved the quality of your life. And for some reason, when we put it in our category and it's about us and we're asking for money, all of a sudden it's weird. It's not weird. This is literally how we help each other. It's how we add value to each other's lives. And I think even drilling it down even more, don't make the life insurance conversation completely different than any other conversation that you're having. Don't bring so much like, this is the life insurance conversation and I have to get this right or I have to be the expert. Change your mindset of if I have no other conversation with this person, this is the one I need to have. This is the conversation I need to have. For me, it was when I was thinking about my family and I thought, if I am the only one that ever has this conversation with them, that is my responsibility. And I want you to think about this. Think about your friends and your family who don't have insurance with you. What do you want their insurance advisor saying to them about life insurance? You need to be doing that for somebody else's family too. It is a mindset shift of you're not selling. Sure, okay, you can say whatever you want to about it, but we do it all day long. We sell our kids, we sell our spouse, we sell people on our ideas. I sell vacations all the time. I'm not a travel agent. Because for me, I'm like, I want you to have that experience. I want you to have that quality of life. I want you to do those things. Like it's important to me. When we think about life insurance, we get in our heads. Oh, yeah. And we're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to ask him about dying and money, the things that we've been conditioned to not talk about. I'm telling you right now, this is the greatest act of service, of being able to say, my best friend or my mom or my cousin, I was willing to have that conversation. So the key mistake, get out of your head and realize that this is a heart conversation and somebody else is counting on you to have this conversation. Somebody else is waiting on you, some child, some parent to say, get over yourself and please have this conversation because it will completely change the trajectory of a family's life.
I was actually taught to ask from $0 to $1,000, what best fits in your monthly budget. Well, the problem with this is in this specific story is what changed my mind and changed my career, quite frankly, moving forward in budget conversations. So I was sitting down with a young husband and wife. They were in their upper 20s. They had 3 kids, good jobs. They brought in roughly about $200,000 a year between the two of them. One was a lineman, one was a nurse. And towards the end of the conversation, after I've had a terrific conversation, we're talking about death benefits of $1 million to $1.5 million at a minimum. I get to the budget. I'm like, hey, so just tell me between $0 and $100 or $0 and $1,000 a month, what would best fit in your monthly budget? And he responds with, well, we could probably do about $25 right now. I'm like, $25 a month or a day or what are we a month. Okay. Well, we just had a great conversation. $25 a month is better than nothing, but it's not going to be able to get you what you want. Long story short, we ended up doing a little bit more than $25 a month, but I can tell you less than $50 a month because he just couldn't afford it. It wasn't in the budget. 2 weeks later, he walks into the office. Michael, man, I just bought a new truck. I need to add this to my insurance. I'm like, well, tell me about it. Well, I got this brand new 1-ton dually. You know, we're going to be on the road a lot. Going to be pulling the camper. Going to be traveling for work. Okay, cool. So, how much is that? How much is that monthly payment by chance? Oh, it's $823 a month. $823 a month. I was like, oh my gosh. You just told me 2 weeks ago that you didn't even have $25 a month to afford a life insurance plan for your family. Now you just went and got yourself locked into an $823 a month payment. Now, here's the thing is I'm not blaming the customer. It is not the customer's fault. It is my fault. I needed to change my approach and my style and the way I asked the question, which is when I changed to, instead of saying 0 to 1,000, 200 to 1,000. When I did this, it changed my life insurance career to where we started producing higher premiums, because when you start with the 200 to 1,000, right, it automatically gets them thinking about their actual budget. Some customers will be like, Michael, I don't have 200, but I do have 150, or I have 175, or I have 125, or hey, I have 100. Fantastic. But you'll also get customers who are like, well, we could do 200. I could probably do 250. We could probably do $700 a month. Woo! Hot diggity dog. Let's go, baby, right? So that is why I would say that so this was the question that I asked in every budget conversation. Not every conversation, like every conversation is different, but I would say in 99% of conversations, your everyday conversations, you're not talking about big permanent life insurance policies. This is your everyday conversation. Hey, between $200 and $1,000 a month, what's best going to fit in your monthly budget to get this plan in place to make sure that if something ever does happen, your family's not devastated financially and you can sleep at night knowing you have a plan in place. Right? 200 to 1,000. If you implement this today, you will see immediate positive results from.